Well. We are at day 7. We've been doing this for a whole week now. And I'm assuming I got a little hang to it now. Sort of got a hang of it. But like I said before, we're working on perfecting this thing. And doing it every day, man, we're gonna perfect it real quick. So we in here every day for about 2-3 hours, and yeah, I'm excited to see how this thing grows. So today is day 7 of the Purpose Profile Project, and it is entitled What They Missed Doesn't Define You. So pretty much in general, like, not everybody who speaks on your situation is sent to help you heal. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes there's just people who are sent to expose a misunderstanding, like either their misunderstanding, their misinterpretation of you, or your misunderstanding of who you are and who you supposed to be. So like sometimes people come around and they might say something about yourself that forces you to dig deeper into who you are, or to analyze the situation you're in, and it kind of pushes you to grow a little bit. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna everybody's not perfect. They're not always gonna say the same things, but the way that we interpret what people say says a lot about us. So in today's reading, Job's friends kind of make false assumptions and mislabel him as like a sinner, the ultimate sinner, because the amount of craziness that he's going through, obviously he had to do something wrong. So throughout this readings from yesterday, Job is holding his stance. Like, he like, hey, I ain't never did nothing wrong. And he is getting irritated because it's been a couple months of him going through stuff, but he is definitely standing his ground, and trying to make a case for himself. So this isn't just about Job defending himself. It's really more so that his dignity is under attack, because the people that are supposed to know him are labeling him to be something totally different. So like, Job is wrestling with the fact that people who claim to know God and claim to know himself are not understanding his heart, you know what I'm saying, and his true intentions. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of us has been in this situation where we're constantly defending ourselves. And in today's society, it's really easy to walk away from stuff just because, like, we're not about to sit and argue with you about who I am and who I know I am, so I just leave. In this sense, Job ain't able to leave because he been bedridden for months. You know what I'm saying? His legs hurt. Where is he gonna go to? Because everything he ever built up is gone. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna go ahead and get into these scripts real quick. And as you can see, like, we do the scripts and then we get into the readings. The scripts are set in stone for me to reflect who I am, where I currently am, and how my current experiences are relatable to the word. You know what I'm saying? So I'm making it a lot easier for you guys to relate just through my experiences. If you can't really hold the mirror up to yourself yet, just look at what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna get into our therapist reflections. Therapist reflection says these chapters mirror emotional abandonment. When those who you trust start to distance themselves emotionally while still sitting with you physically. This type of pain feels sharper because it carries the illusion of care. Zophar says in Job 20, verse 5, the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless has been only temporary. He's not describing Job, but he's accusing him with poetic judgment. Emotional wounds worsen when spiritual language is used to invalidate them. You know what I'm saying? Like, when we see that a lot in church, like a lot of people will see what you've gone through and weaponize scripture to try to validate or invalidate whatever it is that you're saying. And that's really the point of me reading the Bible in chronological order, is so that I can have an understanding of the full stories on where verses come from. Verses like Satan comes to kill, steal, and destroy, it's true, but it's out of pocket. You know what I'm saying? And so we'll cover that when it gets there. It really just says that the person that hops the fence to get to the sheep comes to kill, steal, and destroy. It's the thief that comes, kills, and destroys. And that's in Mark. So whenever we get there, we're gonna really break that down, and we'll use theological references to highlight when that particular verse shifted. You know what I'm saying? And that was like in the 70s is when that verse really started to shift. I've already done research on this, so I'll be real open to share when we get there. But anyways, we're gonna get into the mentor identities check. Let's see what we talk about. They saw your wound and assumed it was a weakness. They mistook your tears for guilt, but God sees the difference. You don't have to perform dignity to preserve it. You are righteous even when you falsely are accused. And then the therapist's action plan says that I do not need permission to exist truthfully. So you do not need permission to exist truthfully. And today we're going to identify where we've internalized judgment that didn't belong to us. We're going to reclaim the narrative with scripture and not suspicion. And we're going to affirm that God knows who I am, even if someone else never does. You know what I'm saying? So if you've ever been told that you must have done something that you didn't do and that you deserve whatever's happened to you, then whenever you can, drop a like or a fire emoji or whatever, and just say that you survived judgment. You know what I'm saying? You survived whatever judgment was aiming at your dignity. So we're gonna do that just to see how many people can relate to that. So anyways, next thing we got is the quote of the day. Eric Thomas' quote of the day: stop telling people what you're gonna do. Show them who you are by doing it. You know what I'm saying? Your rebound is louder than their rejection. So it said, once again, stop telling people what you're going to do. Show them who you are by doing it. You know what I'm talking about? So what we're doing, like I said, we're doing stuff instead of telling them what we're doing. I'm sitting here recording me reading the Bible and altering my life as a witness. You know what I'm saying? As a sign that I'm actually doing it. I've been telling people that I was going to read the Bible in chronological order for like at least 5 years, at least. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm actually doing it, and you can see that I'm doing it. You have no question that I'm doing it because it's visible. You know what I'm saying? It's documented. So we're going to go ahead and start this thing with some prayer, and then we're going to do a recap, and then we're going to get into the readings. You feel me? So the prayer says, Lord, when words are thrown at me like weapons, help me armor myself with truth. Let me walk through misjudgment without becoming bitter. Let me keep speaking to you even when others speak over me. I trust that you are writing a story they can't misquote forever. And that is our prayer for the day. So next we got a recap from yesterday. Like I did somewhat of a recap earlier already, but this one's summarized pretty well. So yesterday in Job 6-14, we explored the pain of critique masked as comfort. We saw Job hold on to revenge while unraveling emotionally. The theme was from silence to substance. And today we move from defense to dignity. Today's readings, we're going to see Job use sarcasm, longing, and defiance. What emotions do you connect with this the most? The friends use theology as a weapon. We'll look at what truth Job tends to cling to, even when he's accused. And we're going to see if Job's words are a defense or a cry for intimacy with God. So we're going to go ahead and cue that intro, and we're going to start reading. You feel me?
It's you I seek. You're all I need. Extreme increase, manifesting in me, in me, in me.
Alright, cool. So yeah, I like to wear my headphones when I play that because like that song is really intentional, you know what I'm saying? It's me and God. That's all I need. The extreme increase manifesting in me. You feel me? That's it. That's all it say. You know what I'm talking about? And that's exactly what this is. I know I'm here with y'all, you know what I'm saying, but in my apartment it's just me and God and a camera. You know what I'm saying? And an internet connection and Facebook and YouTube, whatever, you know what I'm saying? So this is all this is, man. It's just pure vulnerability with just me and God, breaking down a lot of the stuff that I battle with in my mind and seeking answers through reading the word is a lot better than anything I could really think of. So we're gonna dissect this word, but first we do got the theological insights. Eventually, I'm gonna have little things pop up. You know what I'm saying? So y'all can see what I'm reading. But that takes work. And right now, we just trying to get through every day. So the theological insight, Job is showing us what it means to be blameless but not flawless. He doesn't pretend, he pushes back. And still, God does not rebuke him for it. His faith isn't polite, it's present. And sometimes that's the holiest thing we can offer. Because like you said, like throughout this whole process, like dude is falsely accused. Like any of us probably would crash out about going back and forth with somebody for like 2 seconds. Like the longest I'm gonna go back and forth with you is maybe maximum 30 minutes, maybe. And that's pushing it, but Joe been doing this for months. You know what I'm saying? So I really applaud him for not going off and coming out of character, because if he come out of character, then it's just gonna validate everybody that's mislabeling him. You know what I'm saying? So I applaud my way for real. So anyways, we getting back into the book, Job chapter 15. It says, then Eliphaz, I hope I'm saying that right, the Temanite, replied, would a wise person answer with empty notions, or fill their belly with the hot east wind? Would they argue with useless words, with speeches that have no value? Dude killing them right now, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, he just said your arguments have no value. I don't know how many times somebody could tell me that, for real. But anyways, would they argue with useless words, with speeches that have no value? But you even undermine piety and hinder devotion to God. We've been asking you to just raise your hand and surrender to God, and I'm pretty sure God would take all this away. But you're even refusing that. You know what I'm saying? Because what would that do? You know what I'm saying? What would that do? Your sin prompts your mouth. Hey, you say that verse 15, chapter 15, verse 5. Your sin prompts your mouth. You ain't gonna tell me that, bro. You adopt the tongue of the crafty. Your own mouth condemns you, not mine. Your own lips testify against you. Are you the first man ever born? Because you act like it. Where were you brought forth before the hills? Do you listen in God's counsel? Do you have a monopoly on wisdom? What do you know that we do not know? What insights do you have that we do not have? The truth, I guess, you know what I'm saying? The gray-haired and the aged are on your side. Man, even older than your father. You supposed to respect your elders, is what he's saying. Are God's consolations not enough for you? Words spoken gently to you? Why has your heart carried you away, and why do your eyes flash, so that you vent your rage against God and pour out such words from your mouth? What are your morals that you have, that they could be pure, or those born of a woman that they could be righteous? If God places no trust in his holy ones, if even the heavens are not pure in his eyes, how much less mortals who are vile and corrupt, who drink up evil like water? Does it say somewhere in the Bible that God don't really trust his own angels? You know what I'm saying? I think it does say that in Job. It might say that later on in Job. I don't remember where it said that, but it said God don't ever trust his own angels. So if God can't trust his angels to be pure, then what make you pure? You know what I'm saying? You're a human being. That's what his friend is saying. Listen to me, and I will explain to you. Let me tell you what I've seen, what the wise have declared, hiding nothing received from their ancestors, to whom alone the land was given, when no foreigners moved along them. All his days the wicked man suffers torment, the ruthless man, though all the years stored up for him. Terrifying sounds fill his ears, when all seems well. Marauders attack him. He despairs of escaping the realm of darkness. He is marked for the sword. He wanders about for food like a vulture. He knows the day of darkness is at hand. Distress and anguish fill him with terror. Trouble overwhelms him like a king poised to attack. Because he shakes his fist at God and vaunts himself against the Almighty, defiantly charges against him with a thick, strong shield. Though his face is covered with fat and his waist bulges with flesh, he will inhabit ruined towns, and his houses where no one lives, houses crumbling to rubble. He will no longer be rich, and his wealth will not endure, nor will his possessions spread over the land. He will not escape the darkness. A flame will wither his shoots, and the breath of God's mouth will carry him away. Let him not deceive himself by trusting what is worthless, for he will get nothing in return. Before his time, he will wither, and his branches will not flourish. He will be like a vine stripped of its unripe grapes, like an olive tree shedding its blossoms. For the company of the godless will be barren, and the fire will consume the tents of those who love bribes. They conceive trouble and give birth to evil. Their womb fashions deceit. He said, let me observe who you are and where you are going. And he just William Shakespeare his whole life right now. You know what I'm saying? Then Job replied, I have heard many things like these. You are miserable comforters, all of you. Will your long-winded speeches never end? What ails you that you keep on arguing? I also could speak like you if I were in my place. I could make fine speeches against you and shake my head at you, but my mouth would encourage you. Comfort from my lips would bring you relief. Yet if I speak, my pain is not relieved, and if I refrain, it does not go away. Surely, God, you have worn me out. You have devastated my entire household. You have shriveled me up, and it has become a witness. My gauntness rises up and testifies against me. God assails me and tears me. God assails me and tears me in his anger, and gnashes my teeth at time. My opponent fashions on me his piercing eyes. People open their mouths to jeer at me, and they strike my cheek in scorn and unite together against me. God has turned me over to the unholy and thrown me into the clutches of the wicked. All was well with me, but he shattered me. He seized me by the neck and crushed me. He has made me his target. His archers surround me without pity. He pierces my kidney and spills my gal on the ground. The heck is a gal? Let's see what we're talking about. Is that like a gallbladder or something? I don't know. What is that? Yeah. The contents of the gallbladder. I always thought that was called bile. But, okay. So, he has made me his target. His archers surround me. Without pity, he pierces my kidneys and spills my gall on the ground. Again and again, he bursts upon me. He rushes at me like a warrior. I have sewed sackcloth over my skin and buried my brow in the dust. What does that mean? What does that mean? A sackcloth was a coarse, rough cloth made from materials. This imagery portrays Job as humbled and defeated, demonstrating a profound sense of sorrow and despair. Burying his brow in the dust represents his humiliation and grief. Okay. My face is red from weeping. Dark shadow rings my ears, yet my hand has been free of violence and my prayer is pure. Earth, do not cover my blood. May my cry never be laid to rest. Even now my witness is in heaven. My advocate is on high. My intercessor is my friend as my eyes pour out tears to God. On behalf of a man, he pleads with God as one pleads for a friend. Only a few years will pass before I take the path of no return. He said, I only got a few years left and I'm going to crash out. I've already been going through this for a couple months to a year, so I only got a couple more years left of this. I'm really about to crash out for real. That's what he said now. My bad, I'm trying to open it up on my phone because I can't really see off my screen right here. We're on chapter 17. You feel me? Alright, here we go. I'm gonna just read from my phone. You know what I'm talking about. What up, Uncle? Job continues to defend his innocence. My spirit is crushed and my life is nearly snuffed out. The grave is ready to receive me. I am surrounded by mockers. I watch how bitterly they taunt me. Oh, that's why I was having on. Listen, this ain't even the same translation, baby. Listen, I like to read from the NLT. I promise that's like my favorite version of the Bible to read. I read the NLT, and this was on the NIV, and that's why it sounded like William Shakespeare. I wasn't with it. So NIV, like when you read in the Bible, find whatever is your favorite verse and just read it in every single translation, and that's how you gonna know which translation suits you the best. So for me, I do the NLT. So we're gonna start again. Job 17. My spirit is crushed and my life is nearly snuffed out. The grave is ready to receive me. I am surrounded by mockers. I watch how bitterly they taunt me. You must defend my innocence, O God, since no one else will stand up for me. You have closed their minds to understanding, but do not let them triumph. They betray their friends for their own advantage, so let their children faint with hunger. I mean, you took my kids, you know what I'm saying? So I ain't saying to kill them, but at least let them pass out because they ain't ate in a couple days. God has made a mockery of me among the people. They spit in my face. My eyes are swollen with weeping, and I am but a shadow of my former self. Say, sometimes we be there for real. The virtuous are horrified when they see me. The innocent rise up against the ungodly. The righteous keep moving forward, and those with clean hands become stronger and stronger. As for all of you, come back with better arguments. though I still won't find a wise man among you. My days are over, my hopes have disappeared, my heart's desires are broken. These men say, night is day. They claim the darkness is light. What if I go to the grave and make my bed in the darkness? What if I call the grave my father and the maggot my mother or my sister? Where then is my hope? Can anybody find it? He says straight up, like, what if I just decide to kill myself? Like, my whole purpose of living was because I knew that I was gonna live eternally, and I was gonna, you know what I'm saying, after I die, I was gonna go to heaven. But now that God done turned against me, if you will, you know what I'm saying, is what he's saying. Even if I kill myself, there's no hope for me there, because I'm gonna just be in the ground. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, I guess I'm gonna ride this through. You know what I'm saying? I gotta ride it through to the end. Where's my hope? Can anybody find it? Nah. My hope will go down with me to the grave. We will rest together in the dust. You know what I'm talking about? Crazy. Bildad's second response to Job. Then Bildad, the Shuhite, replied, how long before you stop talking, my boy? God dang. That's what he said. Somebody did some commentary like that for real. How long before you start talking? Speak sense if you want us to answer, bro. Like, for real. Do you think we are mere animals? Do you think we are stupid? You may tear out your hair in anger, but will that destroy the earth? Like, God damn, like you looking crazy, my boy. Will it make the rocks tremble? Surely the light of the wicked will be snuffed out. The sparks of their fire will not glow. The light in their tent will grow dark. The lamp hanging above them will be quenched. The confident stride of the wicked will be shorted. Their own schemes will be their downfall. The wicked walk into net. They fall into a pit. A trap grabs them by the heel. A snare holds them tight. A noose lies hidden on the ground. A rope is stretched across their path. Terrors surround the wicked and trouble them at every step. Hunger depletes their strength, and calamity waits for them to stumble. Disease eats their skin. Death devours their limbs. They are torn from the security of their homes and are brought down to king of terrors. The homes of the wicked will burn down. Burning sulfur rains on their houses. He's like, what did he say now? The homes of the wicked will burn down. And then he looked at Job and he said, burning sulfur rain falls on their houses. Boy, if you don't go home and get out of my space, boy, come on now. Their roots will dry up and their branches will wither. All memory of their existence will fade from the earth. No one will remember their names. They will be thrust from light into darkness. Driven from the world, they will have neither children nor grandchildren, nor any survivor in place where they lived. People in the West are appalled at their fate. People in the East are horrified. They will say, this was the home of a wicked person, the place of one who rejected God. When they look at your house, boy, they're gonna know for real, for real. Chapter 19, boy. Job's sixth speech, a response to Bildad. Then Job spoke again. How long will you torture me? How long will you try to crush me with your words? You have already insulted me 10 times. Like, I've counted with my hands, bro. I'm out of fingers. I don't have any more. My boy, for real. You should be ashamed of treating me so badly. Even if I have sinned, That is my concern, not yours. Like, I'm the one got to deal with it. You think that you better than me? Using my humiliation as evidence of my sin? But it is God who has wronged me, capturing me in this net. I cry out help, but no one seems to answer. I protest, but there is no justice. God has blocked my way, so I cannot move. He has plunged my path into the darkness. He has stripped me of my honor and removed the crown from my head. He has demolished me in every side, and I'm finished. He has uprooted my hope like a fallen tree. He has fury. His fury burns against me. He counts me as an enemy. His troops advance. They build up roads to attack me. They camp all around my tent. My relatives stay far away, and my friends have turned against me. My family is gone. My close friends have forgotten me. My servants and maids consider me a stranger. I am like a foreigner to them. When I call my servant, he doesn't come. I have to plead with him. My breath is repulsive to my wife. My breath is repulsive to my wife. She's just like, die, bro. Just die. You know what I'm saying? She look at him every day like, God damn it. And then go back to sleep. You feel me? She wake up and she see that he's still breathing. She take herself straight back to sleep. I am rejected by my own family. Even young children despise me. When I stand to speak, they turn their backs on me. My close friends detest me. Those I loved have turned against me. I have been reduced to skin and bones, and have escaped death by the skin of my teeth. Have mercy on me, my friends. Have mercy, for the hand of God has struck me. Must you also persecute me like God does? God, for real. Haven't you chewed me up enough? It's been months. Oh, that my words could be recorded. Oh, that they could be inscribed on a monument, carved with iron chisel, and filled with lead, engraved forever on a rock. But as for me, I know that my Redeemer lives, and he will stand upon the earth at last. And after my body has decayed, yet in my body I will see God. I will see him for myself. Yes, I'll see him with my own eyes. I am overwhelmed at the thought. How dare you go on persecuting me, saying it's his own fault? You should fear punishment yourself, for your attitude deserves punishment. Then you'll know that there is indeed a judgment. Then Zophar the Nemanite replied, I must reply. I gotta say something, because I'm greatly disturbed. I've had to endure your insults, but now my spirit is high, bruh. And it's prompted me to reply to you, because I can't take this no more. Don't you realize that from the beginning of time, ever since people were first placed on earth, the triumph of the wicked has been short-lived, and the joy of the godless has been only temporary? Though the pride of the godless reaches the heavens, and their heads touch the cloud, yet they will vanish forever, thrown away like their own dung. Those who knew them will ask, where are they? They will fade like a dream and not be found. They will vanish like wisdom, like a vision in the night. Those who only saw them will see them no more. Their families will never see them again. Their children will beg from the poor, for they must give back their stolen riches. Though they are young, their bones will lie in dust. They enjoy the sweet taste of wickedness. Let it melt under their tongue. They savored it. holding it long to their mouths. But suddenly the food in their bellies turns sour, a poisonous venom in their stomach. They will vomit the wealth they swallowed. He just said, you are vomiting the wealth that you swallowed. You had everything because you was cold, bro. This is your vomit, bro. God won't let them keep it down. They will suck the poison out of the cobras. The viper will kill them. They will never again enjoy streams of olive oil or rivers of milk and honey. They will give back everything they worked for. Their wealth will bring them no joy, for they oppressed the poor and left them destitute. They foreclosed on their homes. They are always greedy and never satisfied. Nothing remains of all the things they dreamed about. Nothing is left after they finish gorging themselves. Therefore, their prosperity will not endure. In the midst of plenty, they will run into trouble and be overcome by misery. May God give them a belly of trouble. May God rain down his anger upon them. When they try to escape, an iron weapon, a bronze-tipped arrow will pierce them. The arrow is pulled from their back, and the arrowhead glistens with blood. The terrors of death are upon them. Bro, what is dude saying? I'm lost. I'd be mad if I was Job. I'd be mad because I done lost the whole point of this whole. I don't even know what it's called. A sonnet? I don't know what it's called. I done lost it. I'm lost. I'd be mad if I was Job. Their treasures will be thrown into the deepest darkness. Look, if I'm Job, I'm gonna smear some of that pus on dude so he could leave. A wildfire will devour their goods, consuming all they have left. The heavens will reveal their guilt, and the earth will testify against them. A flood will sweep away their house. God's anger will descend on them in torrents. This is the reward that God gives the wicked. It is the inheritance decreed by God. A response to Zophar. Then Job spoke again. Listen closely. He wanted to say the N-word. To what I am saying. That's one consolation you can give me. Bear with me and let me speak. After I have spoken, you may resume mocking me. Go ahead, you know what I'm saying? But my complaint is with God, not with people. I have good reason to be so impatient. Look at me and be stunned. Put your hand over your mouth in shock. When I think about what I am saying, I shudder. My body trembles. Why do the wicked prosper, growing old and powerful? They give to see their children grow up and settle down, and they enjoy their grandchildren. Their homes are safe from every fear, and God does not punish them. Their bulls never fail to breed. Their cows bear calves and never miscarry. They let their children frisk about the lambs. Their little ones skip and dance. They sing with tambourine and harp. They celebrate the sound of the flute. They spend their days in prosperity, then go down the grave in peace. And yet they say to God, go away. We want no part of you and your ways. Who is the Almighty, and why should we obey him? What good will we do? What do us to pray? They think prosperity is their own doing, but it will be nothing. It will have nothing to do with that kind of thinking. Yet the light of the wicked never seems to be extinguished. Do they ever have trouble? Does God distribute sorrows to them in anger? Are they driven before the wind like straw? Are they carried away by the storm like chaff? Not at all. Well, you say, at least God will punish their children. But I say he should punish the ones who sin, so that they understand his judgment. Let them see their destruction with his own eyes. Let them drink deeply. Let them drink deeply of the anger of the Almighty, for they will not care what happens to their family after they're dead. But who can teach a lesson to God, since he judges even the most powerful? One person dies in prosperity, completely comfortable and secure, the picture of good health, vigorous and fit. Another person dies in bitter poverty, never having tasted the good life. But both are buried in the same dust, both eaten by the same maggots. Look, I know what you're thinking. I know the schemes you plot against me. You will tell me of rich and wicked people whose houses have vanished because of their sins. But ask those who have been around, and they will tell you, evil people are spared in times of calamity and are allowed to escape disaster. No one criticizes them openly or pays them back for what they have done. When they are carried to the grave, an honor guard keeps watch at their tomb. A great funeral procession goes to the cemetery. Many pay their respects as the body is laid to rest, and the earth gives sweet remorse. How can your empty clinches comfort me? All your explanations are lies. And that right there, I ain't even on cat. Job 22. I want to say that's the end of our readings for. Yep. So that is the end of the readings for today. Today we just heard a lot of Shakespeare's. They were really writing poems about my boys' houses and stuff. Going back and forth. Like, I guess, you know what I'm saying, the conversations are really long about just about how my bad, I'm reading, but it was just about like how he was wrong. Like, they're really focused on labeling him incorrectly, you know what I'm saying? And I guess that's kind of the whole purpose of like just grouping these books together, and this is all that we're reading. I don't know what's coming tomorrow, but it's just crazy that we're reading these long sonnets. These people like really are writing sonnets about my dude, like Job, and they're like, long lived a man named Job. He swiveled up in his robe, laid on his bed. You know what I'm saying? But come on now. Like, you don't have to go deep into telling me a fairy tale about me. You know what I'm saying? You telling me a fairy tale in my face that you're making up about me. In my face. On how, because I was such a bad person, that I deserve all of this that is happening to me, even though I'm innocent and I didn't do anything at all. And you, supposedly for the last 70 years, has been my best friend, has written letters to me every day, has come to my house for holidays. My wife know your wife. My kids went to school with your kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna say that I am who you know that I'm not? You've been around me the longest, you know what I'm saying? And you've been sitting with me for the last couple of months, listening to me complain, and never, like, you told me that I should worship God. You know what I'm saying? And I should repent, and all my sins will be forgiven. But you didn't even call him and ask me, or ask him if I was for real okay. You know what I'm saying? You ain't went to prayer with me at all. You just said, hey, maybe you should pray. Maybe you should pray about it. But you never went to prayer with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's kind of crazy to me, for real, for real. But, yeah, we're going to look into, because today's a short day. We already finished with the readings, bro. Like, I'm just trying to make sure that I get everything that I need. My bad. So since we finished our readings, we're gonna do like a little therapy prompt, and then we're gonna close out with a closing prayer and call it a night, because a lot of people got church tomorrow. You feel me? So think about a moment this week that triggered a strong emotional response in you, positive or negative. What do you think that moment revealed about your deeper needs, boundaries, or values? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to think about a moment this week that triggered a strong emotional response, either positive or negative. And what do you think that moment revealed about your deeper needs, your boundaries, or values? I'm thinking, you know what I'm saying? Just give me time to think. Because there's a lot, you know what I'm saying? Like, the whole purpose of me coming on here reading live is because I couldn't escape my mind. You know what I'm saying? So, there's a lot that I can talk about. I think, like, I think the biggest one, like, is just literally was a positive thing, was that the performance that I was giving for love just wore me completely out. You know what I'm saying? Like, it drained me to the core. And it opened my eyes and helped me to understand that I needed a lot of inner work. You know what I'm saying? Like, I needed a lot of inner work when it came to breaking codependency, because codependency is trash, especially when you're in a relationship. When you feel like, not that you can't survive without your partner, not that you can't move without them, but like, even like this thing, like, I could have did this months ago. Like, I kind of started this reading the Bible back live around the end of November. I read the book of Jeremiah the same way, and I could have kept that going, but when I got in a relationship, I was like, okay, let me calm that down and kind of build from the ground up. And then I was really hoping to start over from Genesis with a partner. You know what I'm saying? I thought that would be really cool to have that kind of intimacy, like that kind of spiritual intimacy or whatever. But waiting so long for that to come into fruition drained me, you know what I'm saying? It pushed me to the edge. And in a sense, like, now I could do this by myself. I could do it with the camera on. I done created a team on ChatGPT to monitor my thoughts, monitor my my reading schedule, to monitor my workouts. Like, it give me a workout every day. I uploaded my Rocket Money PDF, and it analyzed my spending. You know what I'm saying? So I'm cracking down on everything because of just because of observation, being able to step back and look at myself and observe what I was doing wrong and trying to figure out how to improve myself. So I think that that's something and a moment that really it was really hard, like breaking away from and detaching. That was extremely hard. And a matter of fact, tomorrow will mark the 8th day of this plan, and my chat team is actually going to provide me with the observation of where I was when I first met them, when I first created them. You know what I'm saying? I say meet them like they actually people, but they're going to give me an observation of where I was when I first started. And I'm talking about an emotional standpoint, a spiritual standpoint, because every time I'm doing these readings, I'm jotting it down, so I was able to analyze every single thought that I have, everything. So they're gonna give me a report tomorrow, and I'll be able to share that with you all, and probably just do that every Sunday or something. I'll give you all a report on where I'm at. Or not, you know what I'm saying? Or not. But for the most part, that's something I'm thankful for. Whatever you thankful for, shoot, send it to me in a message, text me, comment it on my YouTube page. YouTube is up and popping. Got the last 3 videos on there. Just search Ordered in Bulk on YouTube. Eventually, I'll probably start doing my live videos on there instead of Facebook, just because Facebook deletes the videos anyways, and I'm gonna have to upload them anyways on YouTube. So yeah, man, we're gonna do a little prayer, close us out, and call it a night. You feel me? Closing prayer. God, I thank you for knowing my heart beyond what others see. Thank you for the truth that outlasts assumptions. Today I walk with my head high, not because I'm proud, but because I'm planted in you. Vindicate me in your timing. But for now, let me endure with grace. You feel me? So that's exactly where I'm at on a personal level. That's exactly where I'm at on a spiritual level. And I can't wait to see how all of this turns out. Like I said before, we see the vision, and it's Ordered in Bulk. Have a nice day, little baby.
It's you I seek. You're all I need. Extreme increase manifesting.